Columbia, Pennsylvania is a town that has been fundamentally shaped by the railroad. Today, even though there is no longer passenger or streetcar service, you can still enjoy the town's railroad heritage right here at the Columbia Historic Preservation Society, which has a massive HO scale model railroad. So let's go check it out.
My name is Tony Sigro. This is the Columbia Susquehanna Model Railroad. It's HO scale. What you're seeing here ahead of you is about a 200 square foot diorama of Columbia, Columbia, Pennsylvania, the way it would have appeared in 1930s or 1920s. Okay. The building we're in is a building back along the wall back here, behind that orange factory, which is the factory across the street. When I started building this was just a bare table, and I started building with cardboard mock-ups, and I use AutoCAD, computer-aided drafting programs for designing the buildings and trying to build them in the right scale. I use Tichy and Grantline windows as the scale windows, which I can buy. That's what I use for putting in the windows. It took basically 16 years to build this, but it was over a period of time. It wasn't all at one time. But once I get a cardboard mock-up made of a building, and we have photographs of the Columbia buildings downstairs in our archives at the Historical Society. Once I do the mock-up, I'll leave it there for a while, make sure it fits okay, and then what I'll do is I'll take the mock-up and build it in styrene plastic.
Out of all the buildings that are on Front Street here, or 441, there are two buildings still left here today. One is the Columbia train station down here. It's now an ice cream / coffee shop. And then we have the little house down here with some picket fence. The fence is gone, but the house is still here. Out of all of our buildings on Front Street, that's the only two that made it to today's timeline. Now, in real life, our yard would have been on that end of the roundhouse down that way. Time and space constraints, we had to fold it into Front Street here to make everything work correctly. There weren't any tunnels going that way towards Washington Borough, but that was our cutoff with what's realistic. Everything outside of Columbia Borough here is kind of Ross's world of make-believe, if you will. A little town here, a little industry there. To my understanding, this was formed somewhere around 1990. They had a layout up here from a previous club. They tore it down about 2000-ish and started over, and where we're at today. The last 8 years is kind of everything you saw over there, from the new end cap piece to get tied into here. It's been about 8 years worth of work.
A couple years ago, when I was a kid, all by myself.
Been doing making my own loads here. Fairly inexpensive. Like this little first car here, this is a cut up Brillo pad, a little bit of weathering powders, something as simple as a coffee stirrer. I have a load here, coffee stirrers, plastic ones, another one there. Big one down here is wooden ones. This one I just finished. This is a board by board lumber wrap load. And then this is a 99-cent bag of craft sticks turned into a wood load. We generally run from the first weekend after Thanksgiving to the first weekend after New Year's. We'll take a 3 or 4 month shutdown. That way, if we need to break into the layout and do some massive overhaul, we have time to do it. We start back up on Columbia Train Day. I believe it's April 1st, and then after that we go to the fourth Sunday every month. We also have the Columbia Susquehanna Model Railroad Facebook page that gives we post stories and whatever we're doing with the club, or if we're having an open house that day or something special, we'll throw that on there.